Didn't see the big bang, whoa, packed on swole. Fully playing rubber band set. Big bang, whoa, packed on swole.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the semi-finals of Mania 7 Key World Cup 2022. We're in it for the first match of the weekend. I'm Potassium F here, commentating with SurfChew85. How are you doing?
Yo, what up? It's a pretty nice evening.
Yes, very nice, very nice. Perfect time zones for Asia for all of these matches, actually. But the first one up is going to be an absolute banger here. China versus Malaysia in the winners bracket, going to be deciding the first team who will be guaranteed a podium position.
A lot of the pundits around the Mania 7K scene have been placing a lot of bets between these two teams to be part of that big four.
Yeah, and actually I think these two teams overall have been both kind of performing exceptionally through the tournament. And really, like, this is going to be close. Both of these teams are actually extremely good, like two of the best teams. Could definitely see either of them being top three. Actually, both of them very well could be top three in this tournament. But only one can win today. So we'll have to see what ends up happening between them. We obviously have Chiwi and Neo being the two best, or the two main players for Malaysia, and Liang and Satori on China, but bans are coming through really quickly actually right now. Picks and bans actually. Malaysia banning LN1, China banning Shuten Nosaki, and picking Violet Perfume immediately, so we've got a really quick series of events here going right into it.
And immediately we see the first pick being the coordination pick. And I think our discussion before the stream even started, we kind of mentioned that we're going to see a lot of noodles in this match.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, despite Malaysia being kind of a team that I'm sure many people kind of associate with long notes, especially there being Chiwi on the team, looking back at the previous round, China have been so ridiculously good and consistent at LN picks that really Malaysia's best strategy in this, I feel, would be to just pick Rise. And I think that's why they banned the LN release pick right away. And China obviously going straight towards their comfort zone. They've been defaulting to this LN coordination pick in a lot of weeks so far. So we'll see how they can perform here. We've got Satori and Liang Liajan versus Chiwi and Nyokshe.
All of these four players quite regulars in their previous matches, and I am so interested to see how all of these four players would score.
Yeah, actually, last week China lost the LN coordination pick to Indonesia, but that said, both of those teams had scores so ridiculously high that no other team came close.
Chiwi with the first miss.
Yeah, Chiwi having the first miss here. That's going to be quite a significant advantage to China, actually. This accuracy lead is huge as well. Neo struggling down, even though that's a full combo, that's below 99% accuracy, and that's going to really hurt the scores. Oh, Satori and Chiwi trading. But that's going to be a pretty big drop from Satori now, dropping in accuracy quite significantly.
Though I think their accuracy advantage kind of covers it just a bit, especially with Neo. With Neo still at around a low 99.
But that said, Satori now has actually dropped just below 99 themselves, and Neo now actually ahead in the accuracy. So really the only difference now is coming only from Liang's accuracy, and that full combo obviously. 99.6 holding way higher than everyone else in the lobby so far.
Liang has been super impressive in their accuracy, regardless of whatever pick that was played, even with the Indonesia match last week.
Yeah, and we're getting into the full inverse section. Always very nerve-wracking to watch to see if any player is missing, but it looks like everyone is comboing relatively well throughout this match, despite those early misses. But it's still in China's favor, and if China just managed to hold on to these combos, it looks like they'll manage to take it. And Chiwi finding a miss again. And that is going to be a solid pick from China. It was pretty close, actually, towards the end there, but a win nonetheless for them on their own pick. And that is going to be 2 FCs, one from Liang, one from Neo.
And that is a very clean ratio from Liang.
Yeah, off to a good start for China here, but that was actually really close between both teams. Just a couple less misses from Malaysia's side, that would have been pretty easily their point. So we'll see what Malaysia decide to go for. The speed chord stream map is out of the picture. China doesn't have any interest in playing those fast chord streams. But I wonder if Malaysia want to go for the slower style chord streams instead. Or maybe if China is really feeling like they're behind in the speed pick, Swim in the Sea of Quarks, is still up as a potential pick for Malaysia. But
you're going for LN?
Oh, okay, we're just going straight for LNs. All the LNs might just be picked in a row, I feel like, at this point now.
Well, this kind of makes sense, I guess. I mean, this is like probably one of the riciest long note charts in the LN pool.
I do think Malaysia's relative strengths to every other team are definitely in the LN, so it does make sense, but it is always risky picking an LN map against China, who've been performing as they are throughout the tournament. WWW, of course, being the LN density pick, so this is as far away as you can get from the type of map that we just saw.
I'd say this is probably one of the more straightforward charts, as we have seen with a lot of the LN density picks from the previous pools as well.
So it really does come down to, I believe this will come down to mostly the misses. We saw the accuracy between the two teams is not actually that far apart whatsoever, at least in the LN side of things. But
they are changing. They're changing picks.
Oh, never mind. So it's not going to be the LN map at all. It is actually going to be we're going to see a hybrid right off the gate, and this is a really short hybrid as well.
This is from what I remember, this is like the most straightforward Rice plus Alan combination hybrid.
Wow, that was such a bait.
Yeah. I mean,
I have a feeling we are
were
going to
so
see
into it.
WWE later. Yeah.
No roster changes, I think.
Well, it seems like they are going to be sticking with the same rosters. I know China do have the potential to swap out a player if they need to. But I don't think Malaysia's been doing a whole lot of swapping in recent rounds, understandably given how strong those two players are. We'll see how this goes for the first pick for Malaysia. Hybrid is definitely a bit of an unusual first pick by most match standards.
I guess they want to gauge if they'd want to go the other way as Satori gets a first miss on the chart.
Oh, a couple misses there for Satori early on. That's going to actually be a pretty significant lead for Malaysia. Satori is struggling to keep up now, 97%.
That is definitely not a good sign right there, as Malaysia keeps ramping on that lead now.
And as I said, this is a really short map, so all these misses, they're going to be extremely hard to come back from. There's not that much map left for Satori to really build up their accuracy again.
Yeah, Kiwi's accuracy. Something to note, they're practically the same if you look at it.
Yeah, Chiwi and Liang definitely cancelling each other out there, but Neo as well, 99.3% full combo. So those misses from Satori, like, they're making out the entirety of the difference right now. And this is a significant lead as well.
Satori getting a few more misses there, 3 straight breaks there. And that lead just keeps growing and growing.
Yeah, and it's already the end of the map. There's just no time left. And this is a really solid first pick, it's looking like in hindsight here. Malaysia obviously knows some weakness about the Chinese team that I clearly don't. And this is that's a brilliant first pick there for Malaysia, and it's going to be tying up the score here 1-1.
And even the better... Wow, what? Those are pretty clean scores from Chiwi and Liang there. Liang just edging it by 5... Liang just edging Kiwi's score by around 5,000 points.
Yeah, but the double full combo from Malaysia is just too strong here.
Neo super impressive as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Liang has been like just on fire in recent stages.
So
it looks like there in the chat, China not wasting any time going for LN4. I believe that's going to be time for the Moon Knight.
Time for the Moon Knight, it is.
My counting is correct, and this is one of the longer picks for the LN. Coming in just less than 4 minutes, just barely less than 4 minutes actually. And it's going to be a pretty varied one in general. There's going to be a lot of releases and a lot of pretty high density throughout the map.
This is, I guess, probably one of the more comfortable ones to pick. I mean, this is like on the slower pace, but the amount of releases in this chart, it's going to be definitely a factor going into their accuracies.
Yeah, I guess if there was an LN map that China really wanted to flex their LN ability on, this would probably be the go-to pick for them out of the ones remaining. WWW a little bit more density focused, and Goddish is a little bit technical. I expect that one to be saved for later. So we'll see, same 4 players yet again. And off to an early start here. What are these accuracies from Malaysia? 99.93? Chiwi?
What is happening? And well, even with the starting patterns, no one got phased.
yet all 4 of these accuracies are exceptionally high. Right now, Malaysia obviously with a slight advantage here.
Satori with the first miss.
That's gonna solidify a little bit of advantage as well, but it is a very long map, so early insane accuracy is not gonna be the deciding factor.
Here we go with a kind of one-hand inverse kind of pattern. No one fade, and the trills. They're not really affecting anyone except for Satori. Too early.
Yeah, Satori getting a few misses, but the accuracy is still good for Satori. 99.3 is definitely not that far behind, and Neo now getting a miss of their own.
So it does look like both players that kind of had misses already settled down. Well, forget what I said.
Yeah, Satori just getting these intermittent misses here, actually gonna really hurt their chance for a higher score if they keep making these misses, because it's coming right at these, like, right before they manage to build up like a significant combo. Malaysia's lead is just growing by the second here. This accuracy slightly in their advantage as well.
Well, there's still quite a lot of chart left, so anything can still change depending on what happens in the Malaysian side. But the Chinese side has to look for some kind of miracle now.
There is still half the map left, so still plenty of time for the lead to switch back, but China definitely can't be affording too many misses now. Man, all 4 players just nailing this section right now. Really high combos across the board. But
that is
Satori,
a cleaner run from Satori there, minus those few intermittent misses again.
Just getting unfortunate misses, but the accuracy again, it's still high for Satori, still 99.2. But unless those misses start getting traded from Malaysia, there's not really an avenue for China to come back in this match. Or this map, rather.
Final chorus. Relatively denser pattern here. Neo getting the first miss.
They're getting a couple misses there, actually dropping accuracy below Satori, but Satori trades the miss right back. The accuracy now actually in favor of China, but the combo lead from all those misses earlier is really hurting China right now.
Oh wow, we've been talking about Neo and Satori's misses throughout this chart, but like, let's go back to Chewy and Liang for a second. Their scores.
I'm always so nervous talking about full combos in maps like this, but Chiwi and Liang absolutely crushing it the entire map long. Really being like the rock of their teams.
That whole score is relatively close, and I think that is Malaysia's first breakpoint of the match.
Yeah, that's pretty huge as well, because now, I mean, China's game plan to be picking the LNs is kind of not really worked out the way they'd hoped, and Malaysia now, I wonder what they're going to go with. Their first pick was a hybrid. Wonder if they're going to keep going with the hybrids. They can even go for the LNs now that they've won one on them. And the rice is still completely untouched. Malaysia now, with a little bit of breathing room with what they can pick, they are one breakpoint up.
And part of me thinks that they might go for another hybrid. Maybe just playing safe again. Unless like they want to go for something like Goddish, I guess. Maybe take advantage of those intermittent misses again.
Yeah, it could do something to really punish these misses coming in from China. But it looks like they're going to be going with another hybrid here. We're going to go Mushino Sumu, which, speaking of misses are going to matter quite a lot here as well, because it's another extremely short map and highly technical at that.
Well, we'll have to see if this... Okay, so we see Satori is going out for this chart. Going into the match is actually I don't want to butcher usernames here. So.
I think you can just pronounce it Turks, unless there's some
Yeah, that
like
makes sense.
crazy other like pronunciation.
Well, let's go for Turks then.
Yeah, Turks coming in for China. I don't think I've actually seen them in recent weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out for China. Obviously, Liang staying in. Liang has clearly shown that they can play every single map.
No substitutions from the Malaysian side as well. So
So
time
we're
to
going
see
into
if
it.
Malaysia is going to stretch this to a 3-1 lead or China will tie this up again.
Yeah, Turks going for a hidden mod, it looks like. And oh, Liang with a really early miss there. It's not going to matter as much as a miss in the middle of the map, but it's still going to give a really early lead to Malaysia, sorry.
The parrying here is extremely brutal, so if you want to recover, you have to nail them. You have to nail everything at the start now. And Turks getting their first miss.
I'm struggling a little bit with the accuracy as well, with some of those LNs down to 98.4. For Malaysia, still with their two combos intact. Neo dropping below 99, but Chiwi 99.6 right now is really leading the charge. And we're already half of the way through the map already. Only 1 minute and 40 seconds.
No misses from the Malaysian side yet. And these patterns are definitely not fun.
Unfortunately for China, Liang actually finds a miss this time in the middle of the map. Turks is very well recovering that accuracy though, now up to 99. And Neo actually dropping in accuracy quite a lot, but Liang finding another miss here. That's going to really hurt China. I think China are not even behind in the accuracy overall. It's just been these misses. Malaysia, double full combo. They've done it again.
Oh wow.
And
8-200s.
988. 8-200s for both Liang and Chiwi, but Chiwi the one who manages to pull off the FC with 988k, which is crazy for a semi-finals level map. Neo as well with the full combo. And that is going to be Malaysia winning it 3-1 now in the match. China really being put on the ropes pretty early on.
Well, the Chinese side has to do something on this pick or else they'll be buried in quite a predicament.
So I wonder what China decide to pick here, because they could keep going with the LNs if they're comfortable with the LNs, but it hasn't exactly worked out too well with Time for the Moon Knight. The Rice is still untouched. We don't exactly know who has the upper hand on this level of Rice pool just yet. So a big decision for China.
Oh, they're going for Rice now.
Oh, okay, we actually go swim in the Sea of Quarks. We're going for the speed map here. So speed streams, this is at 350 BPM, just a casual amount there. And with another one with a really short drain time, 1 minute and 45 seconds. So seeing something completely different now. It looks like Turks is staying in for the Chinese team as well.
No substitutions from the Malaysian team ever since the start of the match.
Yeah, just sticking with the two that's been making it work so far.
Kiwi repping the mirror.
Off to a start here. Looks like Neo dropping accuracy just a little bit now to 99.2, but not too far behind everyone else. But wow, these accuracies, 99.6 for Chiwi and Liang, 99.5 for Turks. It's going to be a slight advantage over to China early on in this map.
I am so interested to see the 200 counts from both Liang and Chiwi after this, but Neo's accuracy needs to climb up if the Malaysians want to get the point for this one.
Yeah, all 4 full combos on the board. It's just the accuracy, and Neo's accuracy, 99 flat, just about. Chiwi now at 99.7, my god.
How do you gain accuracy on these charts? I still don't understand how.
Yeah, Liang actually not far behind, gaining accuracy themselves as well.
Turks just maintaining that 99.5 ever since the start of the chart.
And wow, still four full combos, but Turks actually being the one to drop. Is that enough for Malaysia to come back? We're at the very end of the map, and I believe China still has a bit of an accuracy lead.
It's going to be
I
close.
think there's enough time for Malaysia to come back.
Were those 200s? Were those 200s from Neo fatal?
Oh my god, those 200s actually almost cost them.
Up.
But that's actually going to be less than 300 points at the very end for Malaysia. Oh my god, those last the miss from Turks was brutal.
Kiwi 6 200s, what are you doing? Liang 10 200s, what are you doing?
All of these players, we have 3 full combos, and the entire map just decided by one miss. This is not a stage of the tournament where we would expect any matches to be decided by one miss.
If we had group stages, this would have been normal.
This
like
is not group stages. These are hard maps. But a second breakpoint now for Malaysia, 4-1, and they are really starting to run away with this. It's their own pick, and I mean, it sounds strange, but hybrids are still on the board.
Did they go for race? Might be risky though.
I mean, 200 points certainly sounds pretty risky. But they are going to go for either. They're going to go for Ravixi. And this is going to be, I believe this is the slower chord stream pick. Yeah, the dense chord stream map of the two. Of course, the fast one is already banned away.
I mean, not that 180 BPM is slow.
Yeah, especially at this density, it can be extremely hard to even maintain combo, let alone accuracy. It looks like we're going to get Satori back in for China. Fresh and rested up there.
And it does appear that the Malaysians are still going to stick with their duo, which has been working for the past 5 charts.
Yeah, you can imagine eventually, though, they have to be getting tired at some point. Luckily, the maps have all been very short for them. But we'll have to see now, as we're getting into the rice pool a little bit more. We'll see if China can snag back a breakpoint, because they're in desperate need of it now.
It does appear that 300 notes into the chart, the Malaysians do have a slight lead. And if my eyes aren't failing me, Kiwi is at 99.95?
Oh man, yep, that's a 99.95. But Neo dropping down in accuracy, Liang finding a miss is actually going to cost China the advantage there. Almost switched to their side. But is Chiwi actually just maintaining this? There's no way, right?
I won't be surprised if they do, but they're still too phenomenal.
And it looks like actually the lead is still pretty close, even with that miss and with Chiwi's accuracy right now. Neo lagging behind in accuracy just a little bit, but still with the full combo, and that's really making the difference here. That one miss from Liang earlier.
And here we are with the break section going into the second half of the chart. Neo has to maintain his full combo if they want to maintain that lead. Because as it stands, Chiwi is doing his job.
I want to see what Chiwi's ratio is like. I think there was a 200 in there as well. Yeah, there's another 200. There's been 200s. It's just this ratio is so ridiculously good that it's still 99.92.
Leon and Satori consistent with 99.7. And the lead transfers to the Chinese side.
Oh, it's getting close now. Neo's accuracy dropping a little bit more, while Liang's accuracy, even with that miss, is reaching 99.8. The accuracy is just too strong from China right now, even with Chiwi leading the whole lobby.
And there's only less than a quarter of a chart left, so...
Yeah, and this lead is actually growing. It's growing over time. Neo's dropping in accuracy a little bit more. There's going to need to be another miss from China, it looks like, if Malaysia want to take their own point. And all this while, we haven't mentioned it, but Satori holding this full combo at 99.68% as well is what really held China in there the entire map long, and they're going to take it back despite the only miss in the match coming from Liang. And that's a 997 for Chiwi.
183 hundreds, 200s.
That's a 1-2. Oh man, that ratio is crazy. 1-22 almost.
I think so, yeah.
But yeah, really much needed breakpoint actually from China now. 2-4, they're still in this. It is China's pick as well, so China have all the opportunity right now to be able to make it a 1-point match between the two teams. And it looks like they're going to go for another Rice pick. The Rice...
Jasmine T girl.
They've been going back and forth. There's been no clear winner so far with the Rice pick, so let's keep working out, says China.
And we're going for Core Jack, so...
Oh no, it's the Core Jack pick, isn't it?
Well, ratio city, guys.
Oh well, you thought the past two maps were close enough.
Yeah.
Apparently not. We're here with the ratio map.
Put your bets on whoever gets less than 200, 300s, I guess.
Yep, we're looking at some insane ratios that might come for this map from Liang and Chiwi potentially after that last map. But it will, or it might just come down to combo as well. If one of the players finds a couple misses in there, it could just be game over on a map like this. All depends on how comfortable they are with a BPM like this. We're already at 130 BPM, which is pretty significant jack speed at a high density as well with 7 key.
You have to remember there are lots of power chords that are prevalent the further you go into the pools. So still no substitutions for the Malaysian side, and China staying with Liang and Satori.
Okay, China's big opportunity is here now. But this is not going to be an easy one for either team. This is going to be close. And here we go with the Jacks. Neo actually lagging behind a little bit in the accuracy, 99.6. He's going to need to spend some time bringing the accuracy back up. So China is going to have a really early advantage here. Liang and Chiwi both holding just about 99.9.
Though it does appear that Liang has a slight advantage over Kiwi as well on the accuracy department. So it does kind of help the Chinese side.
Yeah, Neo actually slowly building up the accuracy now to the high 99.6s. Satori and Neo are the two players to look at right now, and Satori
And
finds a
there's-
drop.
Oh no.
That's a big miss, and it swings it right back towards Malaysia. Another drop from Satori now. Malaysia
And
now in the driver's seat.
And that is a pretty sizable lead as well as Satori continues to get a few misses. On a super short chart as well.
Yeah, only 2 minutes long. These misses mean a whole lot, especially when
Oh,
everyone in
that's
the
a lot of
lobby...
200s! That's a lot of
those-
200s, Satori! Oh no.
That was a brutal section there. Maybe he just ran out of stamina or a misread or something, but it's not looking good for China anymore in this map. And I think Malaysia, even though there's a little bit of the map to go, I think Malaysia have this one in the bag now. If they just manage to hold on to these combos, accuracy not a factor anymore in this match. Or in this map, rather.
That was super unfortunate.
That is the nature of Cord Jacks. If you mess up, it's bad.
Oh man, I'm pretty sure that 90% of those 26 200s were just
my God.
all accounted for in that one section.
That's a score v1287 from Leon.
232. Oh my.
995k there, or like 995.7. Chiwi with 994, only two 200s there. And the FC from Neo as well. Malaysia finds their third breakpoint. And now it's their own pick. 5-2.
Team China has quite a mountain to climb now.
Yeah, the good thing, at least for China, is that it doesn't really feel like any map has been extremely one-sided for Malaysia. Maybe the first map, Ludia, at the start was pretty one-sided, but other than that, China have really kept in it for every single map, just missing out on the win by so little each time. So they have the ability to really come back in this match. It's just whether or not they can calm down some of these unfortunate misses in some maps and really take hold of that accuracy lead that they seem to be getting most of the time.
I'm kind of stuck in thought, like, what do you pick? Because LNC could probably win, but it's super risky. You pick Rice and there's practically no advantage.
Yeah, so that's the weird part about this match, is that the LNs have gone both ways, the Rice have gone both ways. Where's the advantages?
I'm pretty sure if they go for fake, we cannot tell still.
Yeah, we really anything is on the board here for Malaysia, but they're gonna go for Robert. Okay, the one thing that we haven't seen definitely so far is a full-on tech map.
Oh my goodness.
Plenty of mini jacks in this one, plenty of bursts, and a whole lot of places where you can very, very horribly choke.
I'm guessing that Satori will be going out for this map.
Yeah, maybe we'll see Turks coming back in. They did have a very good performance on the speed map earlier.
It does appear that there are still no substitutions on the Malaysian side.
Yeah, sticking with the two.
Very impressive stamina from these two extraterrestrials.
Oh, the stamina has to be kicking in at some point. And this is a 3-minute long map as well, so we'll see if it starts having some sort of impact right now.
Man, even the music sounds so intimidating. The background is intimidating. Of course, the chart is also intimidating. Everything about this is so intimidating.
It's not a comfortable map to be playing in a tournament setting when you're really trying to go for these high combos. And a high pressure situation from China. Actually, China being the team under more pressure right now might be detrimental to their mental currently.
Though it doesn't appear that way because both of them are holding on to a very slightly within flicker threshold. But still a lead, somewhat.
Yeah, pretty much tied overall in accuracy. Liang and Chiwi both tied in accuracy. Neo and Turks both tied in accuracy.
Though it does appear now that the Malaysians have the slight advantage. And Liang with the first miss. That will give some advantage to the Malaysians, which you do not want to be, which you do not want to do.
Yeah, Malaysia having an advantage so far in this match. They've been absolute gods at getting these combos. So early lead going over to Malaysia does not bode well for China. Turks as well dropping in accuracy down below 99%. That's giving Malaysia that accuracy advantage as well. But still a lot of the map to go. So there's plenty of opportunity for China to come back in, but Turks is definitely going to need to build up that accuracy.
No one phased by those extreme column jacks. Also, wait, am I see? Oh, never mind. Turks with a series of misses.
Oh, a couple misses there. Drops down to 98.5. And now no more full combos on China. Still 2 full combos on Malaysia. We're
Very
in the
satisfying
last...
stares.
Yeah. Very round-shaped stairs, those are. But now we're getting into these really harsh bursts here. We're in the last third of the map, but Malaysia have a pretty sizable lead now. They really just need to hold on to these combos, and they will be good for their pick. Liang finding a miss as well now. That's going to be the third set of misses for China. Liang finding another miss here.
These technical patterns just not helping them at all.
And both the Malaysians right now, they're looking pretty comfortable so far. At least these combos are saying so. We're already towards the end of the map. Is this really going to be another double FC?
It does look like, but
they can't be getting double FCs on every map they play. This is it's just unfair. It's
and we haven't even
It's not
mentioned
realistic.
Kiwi's accuracy.
It's not realistic. Stop it. Oh,
Well,
we've got a bit of a
we're not
connection
cursing
delay
them.
here.
We're not
But,
cursing them. That's for sure.
Bit of a connection problem from Turk's side, it looks like. But
Yeah, it
wouldn't have
does.
mattered either way because these scores right now, Chiwi and Neo both with the full combos. And Chiwi getting that 99.5% accuracy. Oh, here we go. Finishing the map here for Turks. And a couple misses at the end, but it's not going to matter at all at the end of the day. Malaysia right now, 6-2. They are on match point. Malaysia are one map away from guaranteeing themselves top 3 in the tournament.
Now the question here is, if you're from the Chinese team, what do you pick?
If you're on China right now, you're going to need to win 4 maps in a row to be able to take it to tiebreaker. So you're going to have to win 2 of your own picks and 2 of Malaysia's picks. Now that said, picks have apparently not meant anything so far in this match with the amount of breakpoints that we've had.
I mean, even ruling out the points advantage Malaysia has, it could have gone either way. Every single map we've seen, it could have gone either way.
Yeah, I feel like just Malaysia's ability to full combo maps so far this match has really made the difference. Like, so many of these maps so far have been decided by Malaysia getting these stupidly impressive double full combos.
But I'd say Robert has been the most lopsided of the past few maps.
Yeah, definitely the one where Malaysia have had the biggest lead for a while. So we'll see what China decide to pick. Thankfully for China, that is the only dedicated tech map of the pool. We still have LNs if they want to go back to LNs. We have 2 Rice, 2 LNs, and 1 Hybrid left. If China want to win, they're going to have to win 4 out of those 5 maps.
I do not want to be in China's team captain's position.
Yeah, it's a
they're
rough
going
pick
to fake.
But we're going with the hybrids now. Malaysia have been the ones to win the other 2 hybrids, but of course this is going to be a very different one, the longest one by far. At almost 4 minutes and a 255 BPM map as well.
And from what I remember from the way they categorize the hybrids, this is apparently the most generic of the 3.
It is also the longest, so the one that requires the most amount of consistency, you would say. And yeah, actually, this is the first time as well on stream that we have had one of the VTuber maps in the pool. Out of the 3 that exist.
I don't see what's the third one?
There's 3. There's Sparks, Godish, and Fake. So yeah,
okay,
VTuber pool.
I see a third one.
But yeah, this is going to be VTuber 3, the pick. And we'll have to see because, I mean, thinking back to what's happened so far in the match, Malaysia have really stood out to have the better consistency overall. So China's really going to have to step up now if they want to be able to win this one on their own pick.
And if you're from the Malaysian side, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same story. Get that consistency. Like, put out that consistency. That has been the wall they've been putting up against the Chinese offensive. Oh wait, are we going to see a substitution from both sides?
I think there might have been some connection issues. I think they were kicked. So potentially a little bit of freezing happening on those 2 players' clients. But hopefully we'll see them come back. I can't imagine Liang being swapped out at any point for Team China. And I do think Neo is Malaysia's best option in general. Very well-rounded player. And also one that's been pulling out these crazy full combos every map as well.
So it appears that I was about to say change of allegiance joke. Never mind.
Yeah, well, if those 2 players swapped teams, we would get Chiwi and Liang on the same team, and that's not something that I would like to go up against.
One could just imagine, I guess.
Yeah, just assemble the super team. For now, we'll see if China managed to pull off this impossible comeback right now against Malaysia. They've got a long way to go.
Well, I'm really hoping that nobody loses their, I guess, their form, since this is pretty much a lengthier break in between charts.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the player, really. I think some of these players, maybe they're happy to have a break finally after playing so many physically demanding charts. But depends on the person. Maybe you improve over time while getting warmer and warmer. You certainly don't want to get too cold between the maps.
Well, here we go with triple fake. Both Malaysian players repping the mirror.
Oh, perfectly mirrored client we have here with both teams together. And accuracy is going to matter quite a lot here. But Neo actually finding an early miss there, so China going to be off to a good start for themselves.
But since this is a pretty long chart, that would probably be the best place for you to get a miss.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Miss at the start, that's not too bad. But the accuracy is what's going to matter as well, and I do think China, it looks like they're ahead in the accuracy as well, with 299.6% here. And now actually Satori dropping pretty hard in the accuracy, down to 99.2. And now it's Malaysia actually with that ACK lead. But that one miss from Neo earlier is keeping China in a minuscule lead. But Liang finds a miss.
Ooh. That immediately swings the lead to the Malaysian side. And again, we've seen it. These few misses have been making a difference.
Yeah, at the very least, it was a pretty clean miss from Liang, only that miss. The accuracy still intact at 99.4, sorry. And
Not much
Satori
damage.
building up the accuracy as well, 99.3.
Oh, Chiwi with an uncharacteristic miss here.
Oh, we're seeing the scores flickering now. Once Chiwi hits that combo cap, no, it's not enough for China to take the lead, just barely. This accuracy lead for Malaysia now is the ones keeping them in it.
Ooh, Satori dropping their Wow, those are two straight misses.
Yeah, two misses from Satori, dropping the accuracy down to 99.1 as well. This lead for Malaysia, it's starting to grow.
Neo trading one of those misses, but they still have enough breathing room. Courtesy of Kiwi's pretty good combo count now.
Oh, this ACK, actually, the ACK is just about tied between the two teams. Chiwi and Liang basically tied in accuracy. Satori a little bit behind Neo, and that's, as far as I can tell, that's all the difference right now. This is within a couple thousand points easily.
Anything could happen within the final quarter of a chart. Satori getting a miss. That's
Satori getting misses.
Some breathing room again.
Last part of the map now, and China really hoping that Malaysia finds some misses, but Satori finds another miss. Malaysia's lead is starting to grow.
And they're starting to pull away just a bit more. What a match.
Oh, Satori finding another miss, and there's not that much time in the map left anymore. Malaysia need to find several misses back to back for China to be able to claw their way back in, but it looks like there might not be enough time left in the map for that to happen.
Well, we've seen that the Malaysians' consistency has carried them in this match.
And off the back of this accuracy, this team accuracy from Malaysia, in the last map here, they managed to take one more break point to end the match 7-2. And a much closer match than that score suggests as well. China got extremely close to winning so many of those points. But congratulations to Malaysia being the very first confirmed winners finalists. And they are going to be confirmed top 3, I believe.
Yep, yeah, because the loser of the winners final will be demoted to losers final, which will be in 2 weeks' time. But that's still pretty early. Anything can still happen. But congratulations to Team Malaysia.
China, of course, still has an opportunity in the losers bracket to come all the way back. But also, while this match was going on, we've also had a result from Indonesia versus Poland ending 7-2 as well in Indonesia's favor. So that being a losers bracket match, unfortunately means Poland is knocked out of the tournament now, while Indonesia gets one more match to play later on in this weekend, which we'll hopefully see on stream. So for now though, I believe the next match we have should be in an hour's time, so we do have a little bit of a break until then. But you have to make sure you stay tuned because it's going to be a good one here. Japan versus Brazil in the losers bracket as well. Two very closely seeded teams. So that should be a very exciting match there. So make sure you tune in there, 14 UTC, for that last one. We can see here Malaysia here in the winners final, going to be versing the winner of Korea versus Philippines. So definitely getting into the extreme high end of skill level we have in this tournament. While, we can see here, Japan versus Brazil, winner of that match is going to be versing Indonesia.
We have a lot of good matches.
A lot of good matches being set up here all across the tournament. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We'll be back in about an hour for more matches in the semifinals. So until then, see ya.